Hello, I'm Roy Whiffin, and it's Thursday, May 28th. And I've had several people contact me with regard to our county judge. This is a man whose physical stature is about 5 foot, but in his head he's about 7 foot. And he's doing everything his way, not your way, not the county court's way, his way. There's a sign out in Rosenberg, and several people have contacted me and said, what the heck's this all about? He has a sign out there about hurricane season with his face on it. Now those signs cost about $1,000 a month plus. He got it free. Now you heard several months ago about quid pro quo, which is the Latin for this for that. Why did he get it free? What did he have to give Clear Channel to have that up there? This is where everything is wrong in our county, where we see it in the school, we see it in the Commissioner's Court, we even see it in our city council, where it's somebody that's just doing something for them and not for you. If you're being given a sign that costs over $1,000 a month for nothing, there's something terribly wrong there. The other thing is, it's nearly the same as Clear Channel giving him $1,000. Has he registered this? Has he said how much he's got for it? I believe this was a violation of his office. And I'd like to see somebody that in law or legal check that out for me, because I believe that he's done something terribly wrong there. Plus, the commissioners have a court at least once a month, if not further. And this month they had different things, and I want to read some of this to you. Public Health Emergency Declaration. Various commissioners voted against extending this until June 10th because of both county auditors and our emergency management coordination testified to the court that it was not necessary designation for the Fort Bend County. Once again, our judge is deciding on his own what he wants. And don't forget, this is a Democrat that wants to keep the county shut down. That way they look better when the vote comes up in November. The county judge has said that he needs to keep it in place for obtaining funding from federal and state sources. More money he can waste. But our experts testified that that is not the case. The reason that this vote ended up as a 3-2 split is because an emergency declaration allows the county judge to continue transacting business and spending money without court approval. This man is a plague and needs to go. Didn't see any overwhelming reason why the spending authority of taxpayers' money isn't already restored to the full Commissioner's Court. Commissioner Myers joined one other in this vote because he believes the same thing. The people of Fort Bend County need the freedom to get back to normal as they see fit. The county needs to start getting back to normal also. Now, this is something that was sent to me by one of the commissioners. So you know how upset they are if they're sending stuff to me to get out. All right. And then we come on to property taxes. And property tax exemption. The court voted unanimously to enact the maximum homestead exemption we're allowed under Texas law. And that exemption is 20% tax break on the value of your property and an additional $100,000 tax break for property owners over the age of 65 and or disabled. The explosion of property valuation from Central Appraisal District, which we've gone through many times before, the property mafia, this year has made this exemption worth more than ever, and I'll continue to visit and ask more taxing entities in Fort Bend County to grant larger exemptions like the county does. Right now, only the city of Katy has the same maximum homestead exemption for property owners and most MUDs. Vote by mail. Once again, a democratic device for breaking the law and circumnavigating everything that is good about America. Two commissioners voted against the motion to support full vote by mail elections, and again it was another 3-2 split. Still remember when President Carter and his bipartisan commission stated in 2005, absentee ballots remain the largest source of potential voter fraud. And I still believe that he is correct. I also believe that both the Supreme Court and the US Supreme Court are going to put a halt to the attempt to expand voter by mail to the entire state of Texas. Instead of focusing on the lawyers and the courts, on the theatrical, our precinct 1 staff are working to come up with real solutions to real world set of teeth this morning. Real world priorities for the voting year. More voting locations, more election workers, more PPE and distancing at the voting locations. If HEB and Walmart locations can handle thousands of people every hour, so can our elections. That's where I'll be focusing on effects so that we can do our best to get ahead and get people voting confidently in the upcoming elections. This is it. You've got a judge at the moment. If he isn't doing illegal, he's bending it as far as he possibly can. We need to get rid of this guy. He's an absolute disgrace to Fort Bend County, and he's doing absolutely nothing for you. We need change very quickly. The elections are coming up, and we need to get people in positions that are going to do things for you and to the betterment for you. And so that's it at the moment. I hope that's been beneficial to you. And with God's blessing, I'll be talking to you again soon.